Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida, and the best way to start your Saturday. This is KMA Talk Radio. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. And now your KMA crew. The man with the scoop, William Cooper. Alex the Goat Tavella. And always telling it like it is, Honest Abe Dababneh.
I like to smoke them like the Winston Churchill. Like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar, yeah.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to KMA Talk Radio. I'll be steering the ship this morning. Abe's hungover. Sorry, don't know what to tell you. But got some special friends with me. My man, William the Scoop Cooper, always bringing us the news, rumor, and teaser free. And of course, luckily, because we're going to need somebody to talk, we have the great philosophizer with us, our friend Terence Reilly.
Yay.
The great philosophizer. I've been called worse by better people.
I'm sure you have. That doesn't take much. What's going on?
Just living the dream. Got back from a trip last night.
You home? You in Miami?
Yeah, I'm back in Miami, and then we got the great smoke next week. Looking forward to that. Just running around like an idiot mostly.
I don't know how you guys do it, Terrence. The travel, you guys. My hat's off to you guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know how you guys do it, but it's amazing. Good for you guys.
Early death, I think, is the cost probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean, I know you sneak a few vacations in from here and there, but I see you guys working. Hard
yeah. I don't know what you consider a vacation exactly. Going to Dortmund for Inter Tobacco is a vacation to you.
Well,
How many days were you on the road, Terrence?
yeah, that's curious.
I'm curious.
Actually,
curious.
since Fabian came on board, probably a little less than I used to be, but still probably.
No, I mean this recent trip.
I'm
this recent trip.
No, so I left I left Tuesday morning and I flew back Friday night.
Okay, so Tuesday to Friday.
Still,
Just
that's
out of curiosity.
7 days of the week. Yeah.
What do you pack?
It's usually. So I pack.
Like how many pairs of khakis come for a Tuesday to Friday trip?
I would say probably 3 pairs because because you need I'll probably only use 2 pairs. I
Just in case.
Yeah, but in case something happens, I don't know. There's a lot that could go wrong.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, especially as you get older.
I could pack a carry-on to a black hole level of density because I'm not checking a bag unless I absolutely have to. So I could probably travel for 2 weeks on a carry-on.
At all
honestly.
costs. Especially if you can do a carry-on and you got your backpack or something. Forget. There's no way I'm checking a bag. I agree.
Yeah, and then you got to sit there when you just flew and now the whole process, and then you got to sit there and wait for the bags to come out, and then the first 5 bags are never your bag.
You got to wait and you got to hope a little bit too, because there's always that little fear that it ain't coming out.
Yeah, so you're not even sure it's going to come. The first 5 bags are nobody's. Nobody even takes the first 5. They're dummy bags to get your hopes up, and then you just sit there staring at I don't know, terrible.
I had this happen when I came back from Pro Cigar. The bag was in Miami Airport, just in another section of the airport was the issue. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, that was fun. That just
at least it was in Miami. Yeah, that's why especially with connecting flights, forget it. There's no way I'm checking a bag. That's when you really get screwed.
No. Yeah, and forget connecting flights to begin with. The only time I ever do that is if it's absolutely necessary. Like the connecting flight, it doubles the travel time, doubles the amount of things that can go wrong. Terrible.
Yeah, when I went to the Middle East, that was really the only time I've done a connecting flight in recent years. It's just I avoided if possible.
Were you on vacation? Were you on vacation over there?
It was work then vacation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it was both. I look the days I spent going around with Dubai with Raid. That was vacation, but I did have a work component before that. So
all right. Just checking. Want to make sure we're clear on which it was.
Got a little work done. Got a little work done.
Yep.
Abe's not here. I got a question. because I am out of the, and I don't know why, I'm just out of the loop. What is going on in the sports world? I am so out of the loop.
U.S. hockey won a gold.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was
that was good. And now we're in the World Baseball Classic right now. It's the early rounds of it. So it's, you see when we get into the later rounds, I think it generates a little more interest. I'm not big into college basketball and the tournament, but that's kind of happening right now. So it's like Sunday. I think it's next weekend, actually.
Yeah, it starts next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. And I don't know if it's always been that way. Maybe it wasn't in the 80s and before, but doesn't it feel like the Winter Olympics are just like the bastard stepchild of the Summer Olympics?
Well, remember that like Winter Olympics, you need the winter really to have a team, like where every place has
summer. That's true. Right. So half, parts of the can't
even do it, So
hence the Jamaican bobsled team.
Yeah, that was a novelty.
I think they tend to also run a lot of the Winter Olympic Games in smaller cities, right? So there's not as, the marketing, you don't have that urban marketing as much in some of those areas.
Also, let's be honest, most of these sports are boring, to be honest with you. I mean, like when curling is one of the most interesting sports, you basically have hockey and you have curling. I'm not saying that skiing is not like an amazing skill, but like who likes to watch that? Like nobody watches that.
Listen, to me, I actually agree with you on Terence. There's some, right? Don't get me wrong, there's some, but you have some events in the Summer Olympics which just can't be touched, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
and then figure skating, that's like a dance competition. That's not sport. That's a dance competition.
It's a dance competition. And look, and I'm a big Scott Hamilton fan, right? But it's a dance competition. I'm the first one to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything where there's not a clear, like the winner is by judge. Like I don't like that.
I agree. And listen, it doesn't take away from the skill of it, but let's
no, for sure.
I agree on that too. I think we're all on the same page with that. I'm actually trying to go to the Summer Olympics in 2 years. There's one event I want to see. It's the marathon. I want to see when they go into the stadium with that, but I'm probably not going to be able to afford the tickets once they're available. So they'll probably be like $5,000 minimum. So, but I'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is too. I also feel like we don't support our athletes like other countries, like funding wise.
Yeah. Well, remember, most of the, and the reality is, it's the professional sports team for a lot of these countries. Like it was like when the Soviets in the 80s, like when they said amateur, they like lived they didn't work or anything. They just went there.
Right. Because literally they were state sponsored by the machine. Yes. Amateur. You don't get paid, but this is all you do.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't excited about this gold medal. Like I lived through 1980. I remember 1980, and that Soviet team was a machine that was beating teams by 10 goals a game, and we went and won the gold medal that year. That was something that will never be replicated. This was great. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy we won a gold medal, but it was It was our professional athletes that did it this time.
I'm also not huge on 3-on-3. I mean, I'm glad we won, and it was.
I'm not huge on it either.
But I'm not a huge fan of the 3-on-3. Not because I feel bad for Canada or anything, but just I like. It's kind of like if in football, like it went to overtime and it became 6-on-6. It's like that's a totally different game. It's I don't know why you would change that. I mean, everyone knew the rules going in. It was awesome. Like it was great. And in my lifetime, I was born in '81, so I never got to see a U.S. gold medal. So nobody was happier than me. But I would like to see that changed back to where it's 5-on-5 or I don't know, 3-on-3 is just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, and it was different back in '80. They used draws in the tournament, so there were ties in the tournament. In fact, the U.S. first game was a tie with Sweden, which proved to be very important down the stretch. They didn't do any sudden death or anything like that with 3-on-3s back then.
Oh, they beat in the final Finland? Because Russia was in the final.
They beat Finland in the finals, but it wasn't a gold medal game. What it was, because the Russia was game or Soviet was game before, it was a point system they used. So they played Finland, and actually Finland was out of the medals that year. Like so.
But did that clinch it for the U.S. or did that like they were still
the gold? We had the most points in the tournament. We were the only undefeated.
Would they have won otherwise? Had they not won that game?
I think Sweden could have won it if they beat the Russians, from what I remember. Because Sweden was the other undefeated team at the time, and we had beaten I think the Soviets were out of it at that point. They only could get a silver because they lost that game.
I got it.
Yeah, but it was like it was like a point system they used, so we had the most points, and that's how we got it.
How did the three? What's the three on? What was the 3-on-3 thing?
No, I know. In overtime, they instead of 5-on-5, they drop it to 3-on-3.
So the ice is more open. You have much more open ice. Yeah,
it's just an entirely different game. I mean,
yeah. I don't love that either, especially in a final.
Yeah.
I don't like it either. Play till someone just drops is my opinion. If you get
Canada has no excuse because they had a 5-on-3 and they dominated for I'd say 50 to 60 regular time minutes. They blew shots. So good for the U.S. They pulled it off fair and square. But again, I don't know. Like I said, it's like football. Oh, it's overtime. Okay, we're gonna drop the 6-on-6 now. It's like that's a different game.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, Terence, everyone knew the rules going in. So
true.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's fair, but I get it. I don't like chess does the same thing. Chess does the same thing in the World Championship. If there's not a clear winner after 14 games, they go to a rapid time, which is literally, it goes from like a 7-hour game to a half-hour. We are crowning the classical World Championship using rapid. There's a rapid world champion. So I get that. But like you said, everybody knew going in.
Yeah,
but
going in.
Changed the game a little bit.
Yeah.
That's fair. I guess that was the big story, though, coming out, right? I don't know. I just feel like the Summer Olympics. I feel like the Summer Olympics gets a lot more play.
Lindsey Vonn almost died. I mean, that was kind of a big story.
Very sad. Yeah. I had a leg amputated too, or something. It was bad. Yeah.
Although that's just an adrenaline junkie. You're 40 years old and you're out there doing that's not smart. I mean, you got to respect her, but at the same time, you got to say, hey, maybe this isn't for you at this point in your life.
Yeah, I agree.
No real controversies, though. Sound like we let sports be sports for a couple weeks.
It does. The big story actually out of the Olympics was there was this Norwegian cross-country skier that won 6 gold medals. But it really didn't get any play in the U.S.
Yeah, because again, have you seen if you watch that? That's nobody wants to watch that.
Look, it's very. I respect those guys. That's a hard thing what they do.
Of course,
but it's not very compelling sports.
It's just not fun to watch. It's incredibly difficult. It's like who wants to sit around and watch that?
But curling sure is popular, huh?
No, it's the second best sport in the whole thing. Look at them go. They go so fast.
I find it very interesting.
And then somebody was cheating. I think Canada was
curling?
cheating or something. Yeah, they were cheating.
How do you cheat?
I don't know. I don't really even understand the game, to be honest with you. I just like watching them shine the ice as the thing goes flying down.
It's kind of like bocce on ice.
Bocce.
Yeah, we actually have a curling center in Charlotte. I've not been there, but you could actually go and do curling. Yeah, it's a pretty popular place, at least from people I know. I mean, they said it's fun to do it. I've never done it.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I haven't been there, so I'm just taking their word for
it. Shit, I just bought a carom board because I like to get into weird shit. So, interesting. Curling has become the popular sport. It's like to me, it's like watching what's that shit they have on ESPN when there's nothing else on? Cornhole. Cornhole tournament. When there's nothing. That's when we're in deep baseball territory when there's nothing on but baseball and cornhole.
We used to call it beanbag toss. I mean, it was not this cornhole thing started it was beanbag when I was a kid. Yeah.
But that's when you're in deep summer.
Yeah.
Only thing on ESPN, a matinee baseball game, a businessman special, and a fucking cornhole tournament.
That's all you got. It's a rough couple months.
It is a rough couple months.
I mean, we're gonna have some I'm not big into the NCAA tournament. I think they broke the whole tournament years ago. But once NHL playoffs and NBA playoffs start, I'll get into that piece. So,
we got.
I don't think the Sixers are going anywhere this year, Alex. I think they'll be one and done.
Sixers ain't doing anything.
You never can win with Embiid. I said that.
Did Celtics win last night?
I was just gonna say, Terence, you're a Celtics guy.
Yeah, but they've been playing great without.
Wow, what a job! What a job! Everyone knocked Joe Mazzulla, man. What a job he's done. That guy's a good coach. That guy's. I don't hear anyone calling for his head now.
1-20 over the Mavericks.
They are, and I think Detroit, who's leading the East, is very vulnerable right now, and so are the Knicks. I think Boston could win the East.
I don't know. So, from your mouth to God's ears, Coop.
Well, Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Sixers are going nowhere, so I'm not concerned with that.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And we're in weird territory.
Do we have any fights coming up, Alex?
UFC is going tonight, doesn't it?
Well, yeah,
Who?
UFC.
Yeah, UFC.
I'm thinking
Has
boxing-wise.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
boxing.
take a look. Boxing.
Now we could do this with Abe not on. That's why.
Yeah. We can do this with Abe. Not on.
What if he's
All right,
watching?
let's
He
look
could get
I
mad.
thought Keith Thurman's fighting
Yeah,
in
but
a
he
couple
can't.
weeks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, March 28th. Sebastian Fundora, Keith Thurman.
Yep.
April 4th, Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora. I'm not interested if I got to pay for it.
No, I'm not paying for that either. But you got Tyson Fury.
on Netflix. All right, so that's free. I could watch
Yeah.
that.
You got
Yeah.
Tyson Mayweather coming up in June.
Pacquiao Mayweather. I won't watch.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm
I
not-
think he's fighting
it's
Tyson
Netflix.
Mayweather
We're gonna
first.
watch it. It's Netflix. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
watch
on
it.
Netflix, and hopefully there's a decent card. I mean, I'm
I
watching.
think,
I-
I think
yeah.
it's Tyson.
Why-
Tyson
why are we
Mayweather,
doing-
then Pacquiao Mayweather,
No.
right?
It's
Mayweather, Pacquiao.
and then
Not-
it's Tyson later, I believe.
I thought it was the other way
September
around. I thought it was Tyson first and then Pacquiao.
September
Oh,
19th is Mayweather Pacquiao. It says
Yeah, I
here.
think it's supposed to be June for Tyson.
Is it?
Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather rumors after Pacquiao. I won't. If that happens, I will not watch it. I don't care if it's free on Netflix, Cooper. I'm
After
not
they
watching
after
it.
they robbed us the last one.
Yeah, I'm not watching Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson. I'm not. I'm not. That's not a boxing match. Neither one of them want to go box.
we
No, that's
we,
gonna
we,
be a
we,
sparring session.
we saw this
Yeah, it's
with
gonna be
Roy
a sparring
Jones already. Like, and they didn't
I
want-
was yelling it from the rafters, Coop. Nobody wanted to listen
I
to
know
it.
you were. I fell for it. I admit it.
Everybody bought into the nostalgia, man.
I was buying into it. I'm not lying. I regret it. I said
What do you-
never again. And what did I do? I watched Tyson and what's his face? Paul.
Listen, at least if it's free, I can live with it, right? If it's-
Alex, where do you rate Roy Jones Jr. all time?
I rate Roy Jones Jr. as the all-time most overrated boxer in boxing history.
He was
Oh my
not on our
God.
tail of the tape list.
Oh
either
my
one of
That's why I
us.
God.
rate Roy.
No,
Now
he
listen,
is-
Oh
Roy-
my God!
Look,
No,
I'll
he's
give you
not.
this.
He
I'll
beat
give you
Hopkins
this.
in his prime. He beat
No. He beat
past his prime.
He beat an early Hopkins. He beat a very, very early Hopkins, and Roy Jones had more experience.
Yeah.
Hopkins went and beat him later, but again, they fought when they were
he
kids.
beat James
And
Toney.
they fought when he did beat James Toney.
James Toney
And
was
then he
so
beat-
overrated.
And
Oh
he
my
beat
God, you guys are nuts.
Nicky the Plumber. He beat Joey the Carpenter. I think he even fought Henry the Roofer one time.
Vinny,
He knocked
Vinny
him out
Tomato
in the first
Cans.
round.
Yeah, Vinny Tomato
Yeah,
Cans.
Vinny- No, here's my problem
He
with
beat
Roy
two
Jones.
of the best. He beat two of the best. He beat.
He beat who?
Tony
Roy Jones?
and
All right, again, Hopkins
He beat
is
two of the
bad.
best.
James Toney was.
James
I'll give him
Toney
James Toney.
went up to
I'll give him
heavyweight.
James Toney, 100%.
All right.
Give him
All
James Toney. Here's my problem with Roy Jones. I'll tell you my problem. Roy Jones was more physically gifted than anybody he stepped in the ring with, but that is all he had. He had no
Correct.
boxing fundamentals and no real boxing skill. His
That's how
claim
good
to
he
fame,
was.
which listen, it works. He was so good and so fast and so much quicker and just more athletic than people that he
just
dominated.
He just went up to heavyweight, and then once you go up to heavyweight, you lose the speed. You can't come back down.
Exactly. And he got
Right,
a little
right. You
older
can't
and he
do
get it
that.
up. And guess what? His claim to fame was I'm just so much faster than you. I'm going to go punch you in your face 6 times and be out of the way before you realize what happened.
That's why he is one of the best. That's why he is
Right,
one of the
but-
best.
But the problem is the minute you lose half a step, he started getting obliterated. I mean, it's one thing to lose fights. He started getting knocked out like back.
Danny Green knocking him out. I know he's 40, but Danny Green knocked him out like in the first round.
Right.
Yeah, but again, you're looking at the end of his career when he wasn't good in it. When he
Yeah,
he wasn't good
that's
anymore.
fair, and that's fair. But
Uh,
but Danny Green shouldn't be knocking out a Roy Jones at any point in the first round.
well, anyway,
I mean,
I'm sorry. I digress. I just
okay,
wanted,
and even that, we can go a step back. Let's go. Antonio Tarver demolished him,
destroyed him.
destroyed him. So I
And
mean,
then-
listen, he probably lands in 25. He lands in my top 25
I would
For,
agree.
of
I think
all
that's-
time or for the
Yeah,
weight class.
of all
no,
time.
all time.
All time.
Okay, no, okay. I mean, that's not horrible.
He wasn't on our top 10 list when we did that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't make. He
The
doesn't
top
make
10 is
top 10.
tough. There's a lot of great fighters in every
Absolutely.
weight class. I mean, that's hard. I could accept the top 25. I'd probably have them higher than that, but
Top
that's
25.
fine.
I think I get Roy in top. Yeah, I have to. I don't love Roy. I never loved Roy Jones, but I get him top 25. And I think, listen, top 25. You know, boxing's one of them. So it's like baseball. Guy's been boxing for 100 years. You know, there's a lot of.
Listen, I remember that Olympic when he got robbed of that medal. He got robbed.
Yes.
There was no question he got robbed. Yeah,
Totally.
that was the biggest heist in Olympic history.
Him and Mayweather. Mayweather got robbed.
I was going to say Mayweather too. Yeah, we have a habit of getting robbed in boxing at the Olympics.
Yeah, we do. And I don't think there's any more U.S. really presence in these Olympic boxing anymore.
Because who the heck wants to do that for a living?
I'll tell you what. I know why.
And get a big payday. Yeah.
I know why.
5 guys.
I know why. I know why. Because we priced ghetto inner city kids out of the gym. Because PAL leagues don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
That's why. Now you want to go join a box. When I was a kid, you go to the boxing gym. If you had the $10 a month to give the guy, you gave it to him. If you didn't, he didn't give a shit. All he wanted to do was find one of these kids that could go pro. And that's how you. Yeah. Now you want to join you want to take a kid to the boxing gym. They tell you $150 a month. That's the problem. That's why the U.S. is same thing with like baseball. That's why we don't see a lot of inner city kids. Baseball is fucking expensive. And you got to have your kid on a traveling team by 10 if he has any chance of making it to the major leagues.
So that is true. Definitely soccer. It's true. However, that hasn't affected football. Football, look how much stuff you need. You need all the players. You need the equipment. You need a ton of stuff, and there's still, that hasn't. Basketball is still, so I think part of it is that people are like, do I want to get punched in the face for a living?
Well, no.
Should I try these other
You're
sports?
missing the point too. There's not a high school boxing league either, right? I can get into sports. I can get into sports in high school or school. I can't do that with boxing. But yeah, listen, I will agree with you on this because I said this before. If we lived in 1950 or 1940s, LeBron James would be the heavyweight champion of the world in boxing. That's what a guy that size and that kind of athleticism did. You went to be the heavyweight fucking. Yeah. But like you said, guys start to realize, well, I can go shoot basketballs and not get punched in the face.
Iverson could have been a great boxer. He would have been a great.
Yeah, right. Guy like that fast, right? Would have been
right. He would have been a lighter weight west, but yeah,
right. But guys figured out, I don't have to get punched in the face. I can go shoot a basketball or throw a football.
Yeah. Yep. So, sounds a little bit more promising.
Although I don't know. Listen, me personally, I'd rather. I wouldn't want my son to box as much as I don't want him to play football, honestly. Just being honest. Like I teach Carmine to box to defend himself. Yeah. I wouldn't want Carmine to go join a boxing gym and get punched in the head. No. Just like I try. He wants to play football, and I don't love it. I'm just as a parent, I don't love it.
I agree. I wouldn't stop my son, but I wouldn't want him to.
I'd rather him play baseball or basketball, but CTE's a thing, man, for these kids. My kid's a skinny little kid. He wants to go play wide receiver and get
tuned up as aggressive as the middle, Yeah. By the time he's that age, it's going to be a flag football game anyway. They're going to get so many lawsuits and everything.
That's a good point, Terence. Actually, you're right.
Because it's U.S. sport. Like you can't take people from like baseball. You can get people from the Dominican, Japan, right? Basketball,
football, U.S. sport. I mean, literally a U.S. sport.
Yeah, we had to sign a bunch of waivers when my kids were doing like they didn't do football, but they did basketball, soccer, baseball. I remember we were signing waivers. Like it seemed like more waivers than when I was a kid.
Well, again, nobody wants to get sued.
Yeah,
I want to get him into one of those smaller sports, just like lacrosse. We can score a scholarship. You know what I mean? It's easy to score a scholarship somewhere.
Yeah. Do they have lacrosse down here? That's a Northeast sport.
I don't know. Honestly, that's a good point.
Lacrosse is big in this area. In this Carolina.
Yeah, okay. Through the Carolinas north, but really the top players are from New Jersey, New York, the Northeast. I mean, I guess Maryland. Yeah,
Maryland's like, I guess, what is it? One of those. Johns Hopkins is like the dynasty of.
Yeah. All those schools. Those areas.
UNC's pretty good too, but there's not pro lacrosse. I don't say is popular here. It's more the college.
I don't think pro lacrosse is popular anywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of like indoor soccer was. It came and went.
Yeah. I could forget that.
It was lacrosse was a Native American game, right?
I have no idea. Was it?
Yeah. Yes. Which actually kind of makes sense. Probably up in that area,
Yeah.
I mean, it's but I don't think it's like I think it's
Native
part
American game.
Yeah. I don't understand the game period. But,
I don't either.
Soccer with necks. Soccer with necks. I know it.
Soccer with, but
fishing.
I think you can whack the guy with the thing too. That's
yeah.
A little hockey in there. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to jail in Miami.
Well, it is Miami. There we go.
What's going on in Miami these days?
Yeah, just a bazillion people coming in every day. It just gets more crowded and more expensive.
What's our buddy Steve up to?
He runs actually that big outdoor center at the Dolphin Mall. It's a huge event center. Right. Yeah. So he's over there now. In January, I went over there to see him. I didn't see him, but he's doing good.
That's good. He was a Clutch Burger guy, right?
He was the owner of Clutch Burger.
The best.
Really great. I mean, great burger.
Have you been to Pepe's Pizza, Terrence?
I haven't.
It's on the list, Alex.
You should go.
Weekend,
It's in your
in my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
I'll have to go. Yeah, it's funny. There's a second person recently that brought that up.
Delicious. I was there a couple weeks ago. Cooper, if you're planning it, just keep in mind they're closed on Sunday. If you're
that's what happened last time. Yes, I know.
That's what happened to me. I know.
I learned that.
I was down there on a Saturday. I caught it. No, Pepe's Pizza, phenomenal. Phenomenal cheesesteak, Terrence. Cheesesteak.
Oh, you know that. By the way, next week.
I know enough about cheese. Oh, yeah. In fact, I think we have the anniversary coming up.
Next week, it's at the Great Smoke.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Never forget Cheesesteak Day, 7-year anniversary. I think hopefully Jack Hires got the festivities in order.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he's got nothing better to do, at Davidoff other than to remember Cheesesteak Day.
He's working very hard at David. I can tell you that. I've been talking to him this week. So, good guy. Yeah, good guy.
I got to talk to Abe.
About what?
We may need to do something special to commemorate Cheesesteak Day. I didn't realize.
I think I have enough.
But I didn't realize it fell on the day of the Great Smoke, and I'm assuming Jack will be there. So
yep, it will be that day.
Yeah, we will not forget. We will not forget.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm gonna need.
I believe you.
But remember that was the one year the gyms burned down the same day, Alex?
Yes.
Fire happened, I think, on one of the anniversaries, actually. I think it happened.
It was. Yes, it was. When gyms burned down. Probably Terrence was there the night before.
It's fun. Like, Philly is the only place on earth where, like, it's famous for something, but, like, everyone says there's only one good place and one way to do it. It's like if Napa, they were like, Napa's the best for wine, but there's only one vineyard and you have to get the Cabernet and everything else sucks everywhere. That's how people talk.
You're telling me they don't.
I mean, I just
They don't say every pizza sucks except one place. They'll say some place is the best.
I see the Chicago hot dog thing. It was Saka did what he did. I saw everyone coming out with their favorite Chicago hot dog place when that happened.
So listen. Here's the thing I think too, right? For a lot of us, at least for me. Some of us, at least, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but at least for me, I'm a little bit of a defender of my neighborhood too. Pat's and Gino's is my neighborhood. It's where I grew up. I was eating that shit since I was 5. So I'm a little bit of a defender. People give Pat's and Gino's a hard time, but
if
there's no Pat's and Gino's, there is no cheesesteak. There's no such thing as a Philly cheesesteak.
Yep.
So any true cheesesteak quest starts there. It has to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of it is, you just become, for Philly, a defender of your neighborhood. The Northeast guys all scream D'Alessandro's,
Look, Pat's and Gino's, you're not going to get a better meal at 2 a.m. I'm going to tell you that.
Right.
They're all good. They're all good.
Or 4 a.m.
Or 4 a.m. Exactly.
On Christmas Eve, on Christmas Day,
They're all good. They're all tasty.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all.
Well,
good
some are
not all, but they're,
some.
But you know what? You are right, Terrence. You're right. Because the ones we argue over are all good.
Oh, good.
Like D'Alessandro's doesn't suck. I just think John's is better. But in an argument, I'll say, fuck D'Alessandro's.
No, watch it. Post it. You went to one, and everyone will be like, "That place sucks. This place is the best," and you have to get it with WizWit or whatever. It's like a super strict of like one place in one way, and everything else is bad.
All right, but there's the cheesesteak, like the Steve's cheesesteak. I will give you, Terrence. That was a bad picture. Other one you had that looked like the pepper steak, that was a bad
like the Mongolian beef. That was
that looked like Mongolian beef. Yeah, but I will give you, because Steve's is the problem is Steve's, the place that Terrence went to, the cheesesteaks don't photograph well.
They don't look good. They don't look good
because they're not chopped, right? So it's a big
I just, never thought it would. I was so happy to have a nice cheesesteak at Steve's.
Who knew? Who knew what it would spawn?
7 years later, I'm still hearing about it.
Oh, the anniversary, the 7-year anniversary. I'm gonna have to do something.
Yep. I'm gonna talk to Jack.
Oh, how quick can I get a sign made?
Great.
I mean, what's the? I mean, we have to somehow maybe get this on the stage even.
That's what I'm saying, man. We can't just let this.
We can.
Go.
We actually can let it go. That's not
you
true.
Can.
Yeah.
You can. This is important, Terrence. This is honestly, the Terence Reilly cheesesteak day anniversary is a part of cigar culture. It's literally a part of cigar culture.
It absolutely is. Yeah.
It spans brands. It spans media. It spans I mean, it's part of cigar culture, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, what a sad state of the
industry. You've left your mark on the industry.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. My stain, more like
your stain on the industry.
A Boston guy living in Miami has become associated with cheesesteak. Oh yeah, I'm looking. It is definitely March 14th. I have confirmed.
I know. It's the day before my son's birthday. That's how I remember.
Oh, okay.
Oh, your son was born on the Ides of March.
Ides of March. Beware the Ides of March.
Beware the Ides of March. What's the best pizza in the West Palm area? Adrian's up there is actually good. West Palm. Hey, somebody smoking. What's everybody smoking? I don't usually do that just because I forget and I start bullshitting. Supreme Leaf.
Supreme Leaf, good.
Yeah.
Great American.
I have an anniversario with
Got
the
the
old
Maduro,
white
bro.
bands. That this is like Terrence. You said this has to be 6 or 7 years old, probably. The short term.
Yeah. No, I'd say 21. So at least
5. That's still, and it's smoking great. I mean, great. It's smoking.
Yeah,
These ages really kind to it. Yeah.
JFR 20th as well. Good job, Danny.
There we go.
Me too.
Oh, Yagua.
Delicious blend.
Oh, Yagua.
It's a good cigar. Yeah, Yagua.
I like the Yagua. And they're fun cigars to smoke.
They are fun cigars.
They're not like Calabras, but it's kind of like.
Oh, that was funny. But yeah, the guy that had weird shape, kind of.
Yeah.
Nice job, Gary.
Gary validating away.
He's a great American.
He is a great American.
He is absolutely a great guy. Yeah.
Team player.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely a team. Absolutely a team player. Yeah. I'm going to be taking pictures of me at the Great Smoke this year and putting them on social media because there's always this rumor no one ever sees me, which I don't get, right? So there's going to be a ton of pictures this year. I'm going to tell you that. No one's going to be. I'm going to blow up social media this year with me at the.
Oh my God!
But I get it, Cooper. I get it because you're a guy taking pictures of shit, right? Yeah. So you're not really thinking about taking pictures of yourself or taking
exactly, yeah.
Taking pictures of shit going on or products at the PCA. Yeah. You're not, getting selfies.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, Alan's smoking as usual.
Hi, Alan.
Hello, Rare Fusion.
Rare Fusion, excellent. Wow. Very nice.
From the oh, nice. TGS, that's right. TGS packages are starting to land. I like that.
I think the JFR 20th was last month, right? Was February's?
Yes. Yeah.
Somebody can tell me that.
You know what hasn't come yet? My Opus X's, right? So they are still in tracking at the post office here. It's supposed to come today.
Nice.
That's the postal service here is problematic, as I'll just say. So
what do you mean here?
Like they mailed these out on Monday. These went out on Monday. I thought I'd have them by Wednesday, right?
If you want somebody to like steal one of your checks and wash it and try to send it to Miami, they'll just they see a check, they're like, oh, perfect. We can give it fraud now. They love doing that.
Yeah. Okay, like I said, it's smoke-in got them out quick. This ain't smoke-in's problem. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Even lately, honestly, though, even Amazon. Like I'll order it supposed to come tomorrow, and then I wind up it'll arrive Thursday instead of Wednesday.
Yeah,
everybody's kind of.
It's true.
It's the shift of the robots. The robots haven't taken over yet, but it's in the process.
They're meddling, right.
Yeah.
Now, I did procure a few of the Opus X's down in the Dominican. So
that's right.
I didn't let Jose Blanco take those back to Macedonia.
Yeah,
so.
you said you
Northern Macedonia.
Northern Macedonia, yes. Thanks.
Northern Macedonia.
It is Northern Macedonia. He is correct, right? So so he had. I know he had some, and he took some back, but he had, like Carlito said, you give some to me. So they were everything you guys said they were on that show. I mean, they are legitimate unicorns, that cigar.
Is there a... Okay, now I'm just curious. Is there a Southern or just North Macedonia now?
No, because Macedonia is like the Greeks consider Macedonia part of Greece, and so there was a big fight about that, and so they had to rename.
Do they or don't they? Current times.
They do. They consider Alexander the Greek, Alexander the Great a Greek, and that part is considered. They think it's Greece, and that Macedonia. That's not. They don't. So that was a compromise. North Macedonia,
which is so interesting because the Greeks of the time literally considered Alexander barbarian from the north.
Yeah.
They were more Germanic than Greek.
Not Germanic. They just weren't considered civilized because they didn't live in cities. They were
the barbarians from the north.
Yeah.
And Philip's wife was a barbarian to the Macedonians. They were barbarians.
She was from the same place Pyrrhus was from, the Balkans area.
Yeah.
Something with an A.
And Terence, correct me if I'm wrong. North Macedonia was part of Yugoslavia, right? At one point.
Yeah. I think it was part. Yeah.
And then there's Northern Greece, which is Macedonia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Albania is like to the west.
Yeah, I think Greece again. Like, I'm not saying this is my opinion. Just anyone out there from North Macedonia who doesn't like this, but they can, like, the Greeks consider like North Macedonia, like they consider them like Albanians. They consider them like part of the Balkans.
Yeah. But then there is an area of Greece in the northern part of the country called Macedonia, from what I understand.
I don't know if I don't know if they call it that, but what was where Alexander was from, that part is part of Greece.
Yes.
That's why we have Terence on the show.
Well, again, some of this, I'm on shaky ground with a little bit of this.
Yep.
So that's where he lives?
Yep.
We're in Macedonia?
That's where he lives, yep.
Yeah,
him and Emma have been there for about 6 years now.
What's the capital? I always forget.
I can never pronounce it. Skopje or something like that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he, they love it there. It's beautiful from everything I see. And he's told me.
Oh, you probably live like a king, 2 chocolate bunny heads, and you have a housekeeper and a butler and a chauffeur or whatever.
I mean, it's not easy being Jose Blanco, right?
It's not easy being Jose Blanco, but it sure is fun.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, the joke is I talk to him probably more than any person in my family.
You guys are best friends.
We're BFFs, yeah. I mean, Emma was giving us a hard time actually down in the Dominican when I was up there a couple weeks ago. Well, he's a good guy. I like him a lot.
True, Terence? Do you consider Fort Lauderdale people country bumpkins?
I think Miami people do.
That's true. You're not technically know that.
Is it me, or is it Broward County's crime gotten a lot worse in the last 10 years?
I don't know, to be honest with you. It's funny. I don't go out here. Like I'm even in Miami. I'm mostly in like a very small section of Miami, and then I travel. So like I'm not really in a lot of the rest of South Florida that much. Like going around. So I'm not a good person to ask.
See, we like Miami Lakes. My wife likes Miami Lakes a lot too. But it's kind of like not really Miami, is what people will tell you. It's kind of like an anomaly.
Oh, I mean, it's Miami.
I don't know either, Koo, because I don't really do Broward. I passed by Broward.
My last trip, I went to a couple of neighborhoods that I just don't remember being the same like that years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Broward's. Yeah, I don't do much in Broward. Either up in Palm Beach or I shoot down to Miami. For some strange reason, I love to drive down there. I like Miami. I don't care. I don't mind. I don't mind.
I do like Miami. I do really like Miami. It's
all the good shit's there. The better zoos there. The better museums are there. The better everything is. It's the city. It's the big city. We are the country bumpkins up here, I guess.
You're the Macedonians of
we're of
South Florida.
So I went to Wynwood right before Pro Cigar, and I actually got to see Jonathan's new place, and he took me through it. And I could see why Jonathan put that in Wynwood. It did a graffiti art
Yeah.
there. It's got a
Well,
very
sure.
nice.
It works.
It's got a unique
It works.
subculture.
Well, he
yeah.
lives there, I think.
He lives there. He lives. Yeah, he lives there. That's what he was telling me.
Yeah,
And
he
people are
still
for a
lives there.
treat with that place. It's just the inside's just about done. They're still working on the outside, but it's gonna be great, that place.
Actually, Terrence, I feel like the better comparison is like you guys are like the Carthaginians creeping up on the Romans down there, down south. It's more Miami.
Classical history humor.
Classical history humor. That. Where is that? Where is that? I didn't see. Is it right on Wynwood, like the Strip, Cooper? Or in one of the?
No, it wasn't really on the Strip, but it wasn't far from the Strip, is the best way to put it. And I'm not really super up on the Wynwood geography. It was pretty easy to get to.
Okay.
It was very easy to get to, yeah. And literally, I pull up there, and Jonathan comes out. He thinks some guy is like spying on him, right? And I didn't think they'd be there on Saturday. And I rolled down the window. He's like, "What are you doing here?" Right? So he said, "Come on in." He took me in, which was really nice. So.
And it's under construction, right? That's not
the like I said, the inside's just about done. The outside has some work to do, but it's going to be really nice when this is all done.
So it'll probably be sooner than later.
Yeah, I think like I said, I would say I think they're targeting like April, May timeframe. I think they can get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, the inside is amazing. It's the only thing they didn't have done there is the rolling room. That's the piece that still has the most work, but they're going to open ahead of the rolling room, from what I heard.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Should be interesting. I'll take a trip.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think people will be very, very pleased with it. Yeah. I met his chef too. I had met his chef up at Boynton Beach a couple of years ago as well, Julia. She's great. So.
And what are they doing? Like a restaurant and lounge?
They're calling it supper club, cigar lounge,
right.
bar. Yeah, kind of all three. So they're calling it like supper club because it's not going to be like bar food. You know, it's going to be much more. Yeah, it's going to be much
real food. Real.
Yeah. That's clearly what they're doing there.
Should be interesting. We don't really have something like that down here, right, Terrence? As far as I could tell.
I think it's going to.
Not that I'm aware of.
I think it's going to be spectacular when they get it like going. Yeah.
Yeah, the food thing's tough.
It's tough. They have to have a humidor. I saw the humidors. It's not a walk-in. They're cabinet humidors, but they're really nice. And there's a lot of them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. It should be interesting. I'm sure that'll get a lot of play in the news.
Yep.
When John gets going. Good for him though.
Yep. Good for him. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. He's still innovating.
Yeah, I gotta give him. It's like I said. It's believe me. It's like Johnson's not doing this cookie cutter. I can tell you that. So.
Well, Jonathan's a lot of things. Cookie cutter guy is not.
It's not one of them.
Yeah, they didn't want pictures on social media yet, so but they'll get them out there when they're ready, and people will be impressed. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. I mean, listen, I gave you a courtesy, he let you in, showed you around.
Oh, it was very nice. Yeah, he spent a couple hours with me. That was really nice. Yeah, I just was looking to see where the place was. That's all I was doing.
I actually saw Jonathan last week. Abe and I went down to Eric's father's funeral. So rest in peace, Eric's father.
I actually didn't know that they were doing that a couple of days after I came back. I would have stayed, but so I did. Yeah, but I heard a lot of people from the industry showed up for that.
Yeah, they did. He had a good show out. I mean, it was quick too. From the time it happened to it was a couple days later.
Yeah.
So.
Which kind of was the way I always grew up is, we did the funeral and the burial very quick. In recent years, that's changed, where now people will wait a few weeks sometimes.
Yeah.
We waited a month when my dad died, and it was really to get the family, and because all the family was out of town, was a lot of that reason. So, but we waited a month for his memorial, which is tough. I could tell you, I wish I would have gotten it over with quick.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's probably why. It's probably why we do get it. Get it all out of the way. Go through it.
So for folks, my dad actually was raised Jewish, so they buried the next day.
Yeah. It's all. Yeah, you're in the ground in 24 hours.
Right. But my dad had kind of gravitated to a more Christian after he married my mother, so it changed for him. And we actually had a priest at his memorial. So yeah,
Jewish funerals are actually a lot less morbid. They're kind of there's more jokes and stuff. It's a little bit more uplifting.
You do the wake after, they call it shiva. You should shiva afterwards, as opposed to having a wake beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we would, and it's grease bullshit. I don't know about everybody else, but I just wish we would get rid of like open casket viewings. The whole viewing thing is a very strange, morbid thing. Like, let's all.
It won't happen with me.
Yeah, no, me too. I don't.
Yeah, I did my will. There's no wake. There's no wake when I die. Yeah.
Let's all parade past the dead body. It's just very strange to me. I never liked it. Never.
Are you gonna be cremated, Coop? They're gonna cremate you?
No, I'm not gonna cremate, but I'll have a coffin. And actually, after my dad died, I started really getting a lot of that stuff in order, so my kids didn't have to deal with what I dealt with. So I'm making it as easy for them as possible now.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard thing to talk about, but it's something you do have to address. It's gonna happen, so you do have to do that. Yeah.
If not today, yet it will come.
Yeah, right. So it was tough. My dad had nothing arranged, and I had, doing that was very hard. And I gotta say, I wasn't in the best shape. If my wife wasn't with me and my sister, they really kind of handled all that, which they did great with that. Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Let's get morbid for a while. Terence, do you have a way? Cremate, bury, what?
I think people. It's kind of funny that people. I mean, what do you? I mean, they could throw you in the river, and you don't know. You're dead. But I think I don't know. Probably cremation. I think is the best way to go. Like the idea of I don't know the whole thing.
My dad wanted. That was the only thing I knew my dad wanted was cremation, but he never. He told me that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get your ashes scattered and dust to dust and that kind of stuff. I think that's probably the best way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care. I just do whatever they want to do. Because
I would say I agree with that. Yeah.
Whatever they want to.
Yeah.
Marissa has strict instructions. First things first, before you worry about what to do to me, you go run up all my credit cards. I'm dead. Pay off everything on my credit cards.
Yep.
First. Then whatever you guys want to do, whatever's for you. I'm fucking dead.
I'm pretty sure that's fraud.
Okay, well, come get me. I'm dead. Sue me in the afterlife.
Yep. Well, I'm doing the mausoleum.
The mausoleum?
The mausoleum, yeah.
Like Augustus?
Like Augustus.
I don't know. A lot of people on my mom's side of the family did the mausoleum thing, so I'm going to just go with that.
There you go.
We'll drop Coop off like frankincense and myrrh at his.
Right.
Yeah, real shit.
What about the gold?
Well, I don't have any gold, so
I don't have any gold either.
Still gotta live.
I got a few Cavalier cigars with the gold diamond on it. So.
At 5,000 an ounce, Coop's my friend, but I don't know about that.
Maybe one of that Daniel Marshall. Remember that one?
Right. Yeah, that's it. We'll leave him a gold cigar.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll be our frankincense.
I'll give Daniel a call. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, let me see. We got a few minutes. No.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here?
We go from morbid death.
Hopefully, the afterlife. Hopefully. Honestly, that's interesting, Gary. I don't know what the laws are, but I'm not opposed to this stuff. I think if I can control it and I want my family to put me in a boat and light me on fire, can we permit that?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Not a proper way to.
I think that violates some law.
Something.
Yeah, I would say
there's something on the book somewhere that probably
a crematory is the only one that can do that, from what I understand. Yeah. I think that's
and then what do you do with the I mean, fire doesn't
it's not a crematorium, right? The boat's coming back with parts in it. It's not ashes. That's fair. That's fair. Right. Yeah. I wonder what they did do it. They let the birds eat it. They let whoever eat it, right?
No, it probably sank. I think they put it out. They lit the boat on fire and the boat sank. I mean,
we'll just put it out there and let the vultures eat it. Go back to nature. Just
there you go. Circle of life.
Circle of life.
Yep.
Circle of life. How the hell did we get here? This is KMA. This is why nobody considers this media.
I don't know what to consider you now.
There's no boundaries.
No boundaries on KMA.
Yeah.
Anyway, great smokes in a week, right?
Yep.
Literally a week. Yeah, we are there. Terrence, you ready to go?
People will start coming in, I guess, this week. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. We got our Aganorsa axes for giveaways, so that'll be great.
Will it be axe throwing? Will there be axe throwing?
No. Well, in fact,
Well,
the rule is no axe throwing until they leave the premises.
Terrence is not responsible for what they do with their axes. I want an Aganorsa.
It's great. Nothing like a nice little axe.
Absolutely.
It's really more of a hatchet, but the alliteration of axe sounds better. Aganorsa axe.
Absolutely.
Aganorsa hatchet doesn't have the same.
No, the Aganorsa axe. I'm rolling.
Aganorsa axe. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Good giveaway.
We got our new samplers, flex samplers. Will be there. It'll be the first event that has them, so that'll be great.
Oh, nice.
We got the
you
Supreme
guys
Leaf
did the pack
109.
last year too. You guys usually do pretty good with those.
Yeah, we did great. Yeah, we sold them all. We sold everything last year. We had a great show.
Samplers do really well on the Coop website when there's samplers. Like, people are interested in samplers. I mean,
I like it. Listen, if I see a good
thing, but I'm telling you, I get reading on them. Yeah, I was talking about things with Cigar News. You know, those are one of the better things. Still, samplers. We did a couple shows on samplers too, and they did very well.
Cool. What kind of news gets the most traction?
Usually it is.
I mean, besides drama, obviously.
Well, I would say if there's a name in the industry that takes a new job that's very popular, is a big story. That's one thing. I would say that's still the biggest thing as well. Certain FDA stories will get a lot of traffic. Okay. Certain ones, not all of them. And not most of the legislative stuff doesn't. But when there's a big FDA thing that comes down, that gets some traffic. So I would say those are the two big ones. Most wrapper binder filler doesn't get it anymore, is what I'll say.
Sure.
When we had some of the stuff going on with Fuente Mirafel last year, that got traffic, obviously, because that was drama, right? So drama's always going to get it.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, drama's always going to get it. Chenzi, which I was a little late to the game with, still got me a lot of traffic. Again, that's drama with all.
That was a complicated drama story.
That was a very complicated. It's still a very complicated.
Still
story.
Ongoing, right?
And I tell people I'm a guy who writes about cigars, and now I'm having to write about international law. It's
right. That's
why I give credit to Charlie on that. He did a great job on that. So yeah, those types of stories get it. But like I said, I'll give an example. I'm not just saying, because when Terrence went over to Aganorsa, that was a big story. That was a big story.
It was a slow news week. That's why it was.
I'm telling you, when there's a popular person that goes into what I would say a very, and you made, like I said, a lot of people they take a downward job. You didn't take a downward job in this case, right? But even some of those downward jobs. Yeah.
I would like to think not.
Yeah.
I think history has shown that was a good move.
I mean, I do good with Pro Cigar. That's why I go there. Pro Cigar gets a lot of traffic. So certain events
get a lot of traffic. They're like the only stories I don't read.
Yeah. For us,
which ones?
The Pro Cigar ones.
Pro Cigar or this one or the festivals and shit.
We do. People want to see,
unless there's releases or something in there, but otherwise, like, I don't give a shit. I'm not there. I don't want.
But they do well. Like, long term is what happens. So, like, if you come out with an LE that's 200 boxes, one and done, it's long term not going to get traffic on a website,
of course,
right?
Sure,
because it's out of sight, out of mind, right? So, always regular production stuff is more interesting, and then stories that you can go back to are more interesting. SEO has been a whole game. Implementing SEO in the last few years has changed a lot too.
Yes.
Even now we're getting ChatGPT friendly, and that's, like I said, these things kind of help. And I go back, like AJ Fernandez's New World cigar came out 12 years ago, still is one of the top read things on my website. So
really,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Gary Brooks was checking out the old pork tenderloin review.
Yep.
No,
yep.
Yeah, that's from.
It was interesting. We did a contest. I surveyed Coop people on what the favorite content was. Reviews was still number one, and number two was still news, but reviews was still significantly ahead of everything. And reviews are still the bread and butter of the site. People want to at least see an opinion on a cigar. And that's not the food. The food reviews are separate. The food reviews are completely separate. So.
And you actually, Yeah, and I can account for it because I've talked to people. You get a lot of play in outside of social media, like your site. You know, I remember I have a guy, Max Eiserman, who's a West Palm regular. He's not a cigar culture guy. He's not a social media guy. But I remember one day we were talking. He was like, "Oh yeah, I usually check. I read this guy Coop because he kind of coincides with what I smoke. Usually we're on the so." I'm like, "Oh, I know Coop well. He's my friend." So yeah.
No, you know, that's what you find is people will gravitate with who they're comfortable with. And not everyone's always comfortable with me. There's people who are comfortable with Charlie, the developing palates guy. So I mean, everyone has some of the YouTube guys. So they're just everyone's. And I always say, go to who you're comfortable with for who you want to smoke with.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you figure you find, you know, if a guy's kind of on par with you with some of how you feel about it, saying his reviews, it'd be like, okay, now maybe I can. Yeah. We are in the same range of what we like. I can, you know, go to him for a review. I know I'm going to get what I'm looking for.
Yep. No, it's true. So it's always appreciated if anyone just takes the time to read it, is the way I look at it. So they don't have to agree with it. You know, they could bash me on it, but at least they took the time to read it.
At least they took the time to read it.
That really says, yeah.
Absolutely. We made it an hour without Abe.
We made it an hour. We have a lot of news. We have some news this week. So
we do got some news. We got some news. You got a little Name That Jam. We got some stuff. So,
yeah. We're going to be right back. Second hour. Yep.
See you.
Okay.
Imagine not choosing Monte Cristo. Imagine not choosing greatness. The difference between us and everyone else is in our DNA. The flame of Monte Cristo never extinguishes because greatness is more than high ratings and exceptional cigars. In greatness, there is history, development, and constant innovation. Choosing a Monte Cristo is not choosing the easy way. Choosing a Monte Cristo is deliberately choosing the best option. Since 1935, we have strived for excellence. Our brand is backed by thousands of pickers, bunchers, rollers, salespeople, and aficionados like you. Choosing Monte Cristo is more than simply choosing the best. It is joining a family that believes in greatness. It is knowing that Monte Cristo evolves with the times, but still maintains our values and storied traditions. Choosing a Monte Cristo is choosing not to settle for less than the best. Lighting a Monte Cristo is taking a trip down memory lane, yet enjoying the moment and getting excited about the future. Imagine not choosing Monte Cristo. Imagine not choosing greatness. Now our story continues. Without forgetting where we came from, we are creating the future, one blend at a time. Here's to the past, present, and future. Monte Cristo. Then, now, forever.
Surgeon General warning: tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease, even in non-smokers.
Honest Abe here with the GOAT to tell you about Smokin's Cigar of the Month Club. Alex, tell our fans out there why our club is the best darn club out there.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why. Because every month I personally handpick 5 premium cigars. No filler, no fluff, no fugazis. These are all premium handmade name brands that you can find in any brick and mortar store in your area. All delivered to your door for $34.95. And our average monthly retail value since the inception of our club has been almost $57. Another great feature of our Cigar of the Month Club, Alex, tell them about the ease of our Cigar of the Month Club. I'll tell you, I hate subscription services. It's always a pain to cancel them, turning them on. We've made it super simple. All you gotta do is log into your account. There's a little green button there. If it's green, you're active. You want to take a break, you're going out of town, simply hit the button and you'll deactivate your membership. Want to turn it back on? The exact same easy process. You can turn it right back on. We've made it that easy for you. Another great feature is our Double Down Club. Alex, tell them about the Double Down Club. We had so many of our members reach out to us who really enjoyed our selections every month. They wanted to know there was a way they can get 2. And we've made that very simple. With a simple check mark, you can get double this great selections every month and save $10. Does our club have perks? Of course it have perks. You want to tell them about the perks? As a member of our club, every month there's a special discount code where if you like any of the selections, we will offer them to you, so you want to come and get some more. You can get them at a special discounted rate for our Cigar of the Month Club members. And finally, expedited shipping. Tell them how fast we get the stuff out, Alex. We get the stuff out on the 28th of every month. Our membership bills on the 28th, and we get every member's package out on the 28th if it's a shipping day. 5 great reasons on what makes Smoking Cigar of the Month Club the best club out there. Check it out. Peace. Hey, I really appreciate you doing the video with me. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you didn't let me get a word in, but whatever.
What?
Well, great. It's perfect.
And we're back. Terence, had a lot of shifting going on.
A little shift. Yeah, do a little shift. Yeah, the sun's coming, so I'm trying to angle myself a little better.
Nice day today, huh? Nice. It's a nice Florida day.
Beautiful day.
It's cool. You two up there?
Yeah, it's gonna be in the 80s today again.
Nice. Yeah, we got some nice days.
Yeah, I like that palm tree over Terrence's left shoulder, actually.
Thank you. Look at that. Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, real Miami look. Yeah,
I like that one too.
Oh, we do the clock thing tonight, right?
Yep, goes forward. That's why democracy's dead. We can't get rid of this.
Yeah, why do we still have it?
Because they can't decide which way to get rid. I think they don't know. They can't agree on
which way to get rid of it.
Yeah, whether forward or back, but just get rid of it. You know, heart attacks and strokes go up on that day.
I believe it.
It's killing people, and they can't get rid of it.
It's very much a pain in the ass for me because, my Venezuelan chess coach, they don't do time change in Venezuela, so I got to shift my hour twice a year.
Yeah, terrible.
It's terrible. It's unnecessary.
I don't think the Dominican does it either.
Yeah.
No, probably not. No, we do.
No, Dominican doesn't. Nicaragua doesn't. The U.S. does. I think England does.
There's some parts of the U.S. that
England
I think
does.
Arizona doesn't.
Arizona, right?
Yeah, Arizona doesn't switch. They're civilized out there.
They are civilized.
I'm okay with it. It's tradition.
Tradition. It's the stupidest thing ever. It's literally killing people.
No. Hawaii doesn't do it either.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're in the. I mean, it
wouldn't
even matter if they did. They're so far from anything else.
All right. Well, it's that time. Top of the hour. Let's name a jam. We're gonna try. We're gonna test Terrence's musical acumen and all that good stuff.
It's gonna be rough.
Terrence, you're good with music.
No, you're good.
I've done music.
You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, Terrence, here's how this works. You're gonna have to hit the damn button.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because it mutes it.
But it's okay because I thought of this. So you have about 2-3 seconds to hit before it starts.
Perfect.
See that? All right, the way we do this now is I create AI-generated historical figure type voices that will plainly read lyrics, and you need to tell me, and Cooper, and everybody else, the song and artist. Here we go.
Load up on guns. Bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard and self-assured. Oh, no, I know a dirty word.
That's a slam dunk.
Slam dunk, Cooper. Yes, what a slam dunk. Come on, Terrence.
This is a slam dunk, Terrence.
I don't know. AC/DC. I don't know.
Well, no.
Terrence, no.
I'm looking at.
I don't know.
Let's see. Anybody? No idea? None?
No.
I'm looking at. I have not seen anyone do this yet.
Nothing yet. I'm going to give it one more go. I'm going to give it one more
this
go.
is it.
Not
This is
for
a
Terrence,
slam
but
dunk.
Load up on guns. Bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard and self-assured. Oh, no, I know a dirty word.
I don't know.
All right, we got one comment.
We got one comment, but it's not.
I feel like this was easy.
I thought
not only is it, I know that, but it's the opening lines of the song. So I feel like
voice completely changes this so much.
Absolutely. All right, Cooper, take it away because nobody's got this.
Yeah.
Smells like Team Spirit, Nirvana.
Is it really?
Guns and
yeah. Nobody knows what the words are. Nobody else understands.
It's a fair. Look, I'm going to say that's fair. It is fair. Yeah.
That is fair. Nobody knows.
You could have just had him say the words clearly, and I wouldn't have known what it was.
Abe would have never got that one. Yeah. Abe would be complaining.
No.
Oh, he'd be complaining on this one.
Oh yeah. Oh no, he would have.
I don't know. Maybe some of the comments came in late, so I'm gonna give people.
Well, we are delayed a little bit. So a little, but still, we played it twice. They're getting there now.
Yeah, nobody knew what that was. Nobody knows the words to that song, except Coop apparently.
Yeah. Well, it's a lamb. I'm not saying it's my favorite song, but it is. I know the song.
Huh. I know the Weird Al Yankovic rendition lyrics more than that one.
There you go. Interesting tidbit on that, Cooper. You'll probably like this, but I saw an interview where Dave Grohl actually he admitted that into it smells like that. It's just total. He said it. It's just a total Tony Thompson ripoff. He's like,
Tony Thompson is one of the greatest drummers of all time too. But people don't realize.
Yeah, but that's he said. It was literally just disco.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dave Grohl is very much influenced by disco people.
Terrence, not so much.
So you saw this week though. Well, last week I think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominations came out. Oh yeah. Let's look at that. Yeah, we did it. We just recorded a show on the jukebox with it, and it was because we had given up on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it was just going so downhill. But there was some very intriguing names on it this year.
Did you hear Gene Simmons' take that some of these people he doesn't think should be, which I kind of agree with. It's like it's not rock and roll,
Yeah, you know how they could solve the problem? Just call Contemporary Music Hall of Fame, and the problem is over. But they won't do that. They want to, and so I understand where he's coming from. You're going to call it that, yeah, but they should just solve the problem and say it's Contemporary Music Hall of Fame. So, all right, here's our nominees. Yeah. Right? Say in or out. I think we say in or out. Yeah. The Black Crowes. Out. Yeah, out. Not a Hall of Fame material. Nope. Jeff Buckley. Out. So that I'm going of career. His career died too young. Carey. In.
Again,
In.
I say out
based on current criteria. I agree with you.
All right. Based on current criteria, then yes, in. But
based on current criteria,
that's not rock and roll.
Yeah.
Phil Collins, easy in.
In, no doubt. Yeah. Producer, he does
not,
go up. Yeah,
it's shocking he's not in already.
Yeah, I
right.
agree.
Melissa Etheridge.
Out.
Yeah. Although again,
she had a couple of songs off one album, and that's pretty much no one could probably name any other song.
Yeah.
Right. Lauryn Hill.
Out. Not enough material. Not enough
material. Yeah.
I'm not big on Lauryn Hill. She actually had ghostwriters for most of her albums, so out for me.
Yeah. Out.
Billy Idol. I'm going in.
I'm going in for Billy.
I'm going in, but here's the thing. They actually didn't say this, but Steve Stevens is also part of that. They're considering Billy Idol kind of a duet name. So Steve Stevens is in that. I'll say borderline in. He's been nominated a few times, but yeah.
I think he's kind of the cultural phenomenon of him. I think, kind of helps. I would say borderline in. I agree.
Yeah.
In excess.
In.
Nah.
Dave Monster internationally. 3 albums maybe in the U.S., but Monster internationally.
Yeah. I can go 50-50 on that one.
Yeah, again.
They're one of my favorite bands, so I'm biased.
I can go either way.
Yeah, they're in.
All right. I feel like it's Iron Maiden. I feel like that's an easy in, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They've not gotten in, though. I do believe they belong in, but this is their 3rd time. They've gotten not voted in a couple times.
All right. Joy Division New Order. I don't even know what the hell that is.
I don't know what that is. No.
They're a kind of a post-punk, they're like a new wave band. What happened is the lead singer of Joy Division died, and they rebranded themselves New Order after that. I think they fall short.
Yeah. I think they fall short because I never heard of them.
That's a fair point, Terrence.
If I haven't heard of them, it's not a good sign.
Hall of Fame, yeah.
All right. New Edition.
In.
New Edition.
In.
Yeah.
Again, based on criteria, current criteria.
Boy band thing they did a lot with, and all those guys, every one of them became stars outside of New Edition.
Every one of them can, yes, and 80s R&B was New Edition.
Yeah.
Whether them as a group or them individually, they literally.
Yeah, you have to, and they did a great tribute to the Spinners a couple years ago at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think that helped them. Yeah, tremendous. It was one of the best performances I ever heard at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah.
All right, Oasis.
Out.
Yes, in.
Out.
They
tailed
massive.
Up. Yeah.
Wow.
I think their body of work puts them in. Like when they came out, like people were. If you compared them to the Beatles, people didn't think that was a crazy comparison. Like at the time,
they really tailed off. I think with the tour, if they had come out with another album and it was successful, it may have been enough to get
I think they're in. I think that what they did was so successful that you kind of got to put them in on a short. It's like Bo Jackson. It should be a football Hall of Famer, even though the career is short.
Yeah, I understand that part. I do understand that part. Yes.
All right, next, Pink.
In. Monster sales she's had. She's got a monster track record of sales. I put her in.
Okay.
I'm putting Pink in. I'm putting Pink in.
I'm putting Pink in as
well.
well.
Say this about Pink. I am a hardcore inner city street hip hop kid. Pink is the best live performance I've ever seen.
That's gonna put her over the edge.
Period.
Her live
and honestly, to put it over the top, and it's funny, but Pink and Justin Timberlake concert was the best performance of a concert I ever seen. As far as just as pure performance, just best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, they replaced her on Sunday Night Football with Carrie Underwood years ago, and I never understood why. I thought her
right, she did it great.
Yeah, I think she did.
All right, here's an easy one, no brainer. Sade, obviously. I mean, is there any argument not to put Sade in?
Sade, I had her in on my show yesterday. She's in. Big following she's got.
Terrence?
I'm not sure I know who that is.
She's R&B. She really, she was R&B mode. Like,
I'm gonna say no because I don't really know who she is.
All right, Shakira.
Out. No.
Yeah, maybe I'd put her in.
I don't know.
I don't know if how many people can name like 3 or 4 Shakira songs.
Yeah.
How many people can name 3 or 4 Sade songs? I've never even heard of her.
That's fair. But
I think if I haven't heard it because I'm not like you, Coop, where I'm not like obviously follow it the way that you do. So if I haven't heard of you, I think I have to have heard of you for you to be, at that level.
And absolutely, that's a fair argument. I would agree with you on that. And sometimes maybe I know someone, and you're saying you don't know her, so that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
it's
fair.
fair.
It's fair if you're not into that. I mean, listen, Sade was 80s, 90s.
Swedish
smooth
Taboo,
R&B. I mean,
Smooth Operator. I can name.
But that's fair too.
Yeah.
All right. That was we were on Shakira. All right. Luther Vandross.
Luther. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Luther Vandross.
Monster. I mean, dominated R&B. R&B. He's in.
Yeah, for sure. He's in.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, I'd put them in again. I think they had like their impact, not maybe as long, and the people in there had an impact. So
they're more deserving than most hip hop, in my opinion.
Yes, and I will say this is the reason why, because a lot of our audience aren't hip hop guys, but prior to the Wu-Tang Clan, hip hop had become dominated by the West Coast. New York hip hop was dead.
Yeah. Yep.
That we had gone past the Sugar Hill gangs and Big Daddy Kane, and we were in a weird time where hip hop was dead on the East Coast, and it was Dr. Dre and West Coast, and Wu-Tang Clan brought hip hop back to New York. So for that, I think Wu-Tang, again, under the circumstances, I feel like there should be a I don't know. Yeah, I think because listen, even rock and roll is a hard definition to define.
Right.
Right.
It's like pornography. I can't necessarily define it, but I know it when I hear it.
Right.
Well, but if you're going to say rock and roll, and take the pure definition, Luther Vandross is R&B. He is not in. I mean,
no. Well, again,
but it's because of the criteria they have in front of them. Yeah,
we're using the criteria.
But that begs the question. What accounts for rock and roll?
I think you need a guitar.
Do we count punk? Do we count punk rock as rock and roll?
Yeah, I would count punk. Yeah, I think.
Okay, so if we count a guitar, then do we count the Roots as rock and roll? Because they're a hip hop group that plays with a band.
I think that's where they had the problem with this whole thing. Yeah, I think that's where that's exactly.
I mean, you have to draw the line somewhere. Is the point? You have to there has to be some line. Otherwise, it's just anything is rock.
I know, but I'm saying, what's the line?
Shakira is I think you have to have a guitar.
I think you have to have a guitar too.
All right, fair.
I think an electric guitar. Well, no, either one. Acoustic's fine. Acoustic's fine. Acoustic's fine. Yeah.
That's fair. Have to have a guitar. All right, that's fair. I like that. You know what? I got an idea. How much time we got? Plenty of time. I got an idea. Let's chat GPT it. Let's see what chat GPT considers.
Now let's see.
Rock and roll.
Let's see. What's their definition? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Coop. We need some Jeopardy music.
We have.
You guys could talk while could have talked while I'm typing.
Yeah.
We're following your lead.
We're following your lead here. Yeah. We don't have the dead air. I'm just trying to avoid the dead air.
All right. Rock and roll. Johnny, popular music emerged in the United States in the late 1940s and early 50s. It developed from a fusion of earlier musical traditions, primarily rhythm and blues, country, gospel, and boogie woogie. All right, core musical characteristics, emphasis on beats, too, or whatever the fuck that means. Prominent use of electric guitar, bass, drums. Okay, so there was your argument. Frequently built on 12-bar blues progression. Okay. Driving up-tempo, dance-oriented feel. Rock and roll it represented a blending of African-American rhythm and blues. By these definitions, it's kind of hard to
Right. It's tough. If you said rock, if you put in rock,
right.
it would be
I
different.
agree.
It would be different.
Yeah, I forgot all about the roll. That old roll.
The roll. This is the roll pieces. That's
what tricky.
Yeah. The
roll makes it tricky.
And
the roll makes it tricky.
Like I said, it would have been easy if they called it contemporary music hall, and they didn't. But that's why they're trying not to exclude someone. Who's like. So they made it all inclusive, basically.
Yeah, I mean, because it's the only one too. So that you either have to make separate ones or include anybody. Because it's really the only one. It's the only
Yeah.
Musical. Well, country has their own, right? Right? Don't country
has their own, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But besides that, it's just that and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's it. Covers everybody.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so. All right, Cooper. You got quite a few.
Yeah, let's kind of get into this.
All right, let's get into the scoop. What coop?
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
All right, let's kick it off with CLE Cigar Company. They announced a new line. It's called the 1916 Tabacalera Aroa. And this is a project that was done by Santi Aroa, short for Santiago, who is the son of Christian Aroa. So this is he's done a couple of projects. I think this is his biggest one now he's done. He did that Aviator project last year. I've interviewed him, a really smart kid. I think he's got a great future in the industry. But he is doing basically a project that's going to involve two types of tobacco in the blend. So the Aroas are known for their original authentic Corojo. And they have been lately playing with another tobacco called Pinareño, which is kind of a Cuban seed varietal that kind of fell out that they've kind of are resurrecting, similar how they resurrected the Corojo right now. So this is going to be a new release coming out in 5 sizes. Actually, 4 will be for sale: Robusto, Toro, Bellicoso, Gordo. And then there's a 5th size called the Personal, which is going to be they're doing some event in Morocco that they're going to use that size for. Pricing goes from $16 to $19. So not a cheap thing, and they're gonna be in 18 count boxes. I'm actually really. I've smoked some of these Pinareño tobacco blends they've been doing. I think it's a really good tobacco, and I'm really excited to see what they do with this blend here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
They always have good cigars over there with those guys.
They do. They really do.
I agree.
Yeah.
The whole family.
They have good tobacco. The whole family.
The whole family. They do.
I agree.
But Christian, I think, has really been actually JRE, who's Christian's brother, also played with the Pinareño with the 85th anniversary cigar they did. So
that's a great cigar.
It's coming from the farm. And I know that Christian's growing some of the Pinareño in both Honduras and in Colombia. So they didn't specify where it was coming from here. But he's got another release that's going to have Pinareño from Colombia coming under Asylum called Arabian Nights. So that's another thing. So Pinareño is going to be their big theme at the trade show this year.
There you go.
Interesting. All right.
All right. Yeah. So this is kind of a segue. We're gonna go to JRE. That's Christian's brother, Justo.
Justo, yeah.
And so this is going to be one of these America 250 cigars, which is going to be another theme you're going to see at the trade show this year. Now, already 2 releases announced this week. I had the over under at 10.5. Take the over for the amount of America 250 cigars this year. But they are doing the Aladino Declaration. And it's all JRE tobacco. They're not saying much more. It's a 6x50 Toro, 52 Toro, excuse me. But this is another theme. 13 count boxes. 13 count. Everyone's doing the 13 count boxes. You're going to see we have another one in a second. And that's obviously referencing the 13 colonies on this. So the packaging is very American flaggish, and so yeah, that's another one we're going to see right now, and that's going to be, I think, a limited release. I don't know if it's going to be a limited production. They're calling it.
Just a question, Coop. This is not like an official America, like JC Newman's on with the whole America 250 thing. Like they're an included spot. This is just a
right. They can't use from what I understand, they can't use the logo. JC Newman's the only one who can use the logo. From
JC, that's right. That's what I mean. So yeah. So
I don't know if they have. Yeah.
But so JC Newman has an actual deal with the America 250
Foundation.
They're actually using they can use the America 250 logo and whatnot.
Right, but it's not stopping people from
from making commemorations. I'm sure everybody will.
Yeah. And I think we talked about this on a previous show. I don't see the America 250, and I lived through the bicentennial. I don't think you guys did. The bicentennial was so big. This is not even close to what the bicentennial was 50 years ago.
Well, 200s, it's a 100-year anniversary compared to a 50-year.
There was such a marketing push. It was like one of the first commercialization campaigns I ever remember at that scale. for that year. So yeah, that it's not, this ain't the bicentennial, but I'm seeing a lot of cigars that are gonna come out with this.
I'm sure. What's the details? What's the wrapper, binder, filler on it?
They're saying it's Jerry tobacco, so it's all Honduran. Well, so they're not using American tobacco in here, and we'll get to another one that is using American tobacco, but they're not using American tobacco. They're just saying it's Jerry tobaccos. They haven't said what seed varietals in it or not. They've been coming out with some good cigars, JRE, in the last couple of years. I mean, really, really hitting it home.
I love that. Oh, that was what? Your number 2 cigar?
3 this
The
year,
reserve? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Great cigar.
Yeah, they did. And I'll say this, and I'm not a big Lancero guy, but JRE does some of the best Lanceros in the market. They really do. They nailed down how to do Lancero. Their Lanceros are always
hard thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So this will be coming out. They're taking pre-orders, I guess, and it's coming out, from what I understand, in July. So hopefully it'll make it out before the July 4th. I think that's going to be interesting to see how many companies can actually make the deadline.
Yes.
I think you want to get these cigars out probably by June 1st. That would be my thing. July's going to be cutting it close.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
It's got to be latest June 1st.
Yep.
As soon as possible, really.
Yep. Like I said, you want to, like, JC was already shipping the cigars. Like, they're shipping existing cigars with the America 250 logo. I still think they have to have an America 250 release, J.C. Newman, like something original. I can't see them not doing that. I have no inside info on that, but that would just surprise me, considering they're making the cigars in Tampa.
That'd be shy. Plus, to go through the work of getting to actually use the logo and everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I would think you'd want to do that. Meanwhile, there's another America 250 release. Fratello has the USA 250. Now this one is also a 13 count box, right? The difference with this one is, and this is Fratello Cigars, a company owned by Omar. It's using a lot more American tobacco in this blend. So it's a Nicaraguan wrapper, Pennsylvania broadleaf binder, and Pennsylvania and Dominican filler. So there's a lot of Pennsylvania tobacco in this blend, and it's going to come in a 6x54 size. Pennsylvania, I find, and you start using a lot of it, I've only seen a couple of blenders really do it good. Like the one that comes to mind is Black Label has done it very well with the Pennsylvania, heavy Pennsylvania concentrate. So I'm kind of curious to see what this is going to be now. But this one is scheduled, I believe they're going to ship this one after the trade show. Oh, June 1st. Yeah. So they are going to hit that. Their plans are to ship. They're going to show it.
You got to get June 1st. It's got to ship to the store. The store's got to get it in the system. They got to get it on the shelf. The customer's got to come in and see it. Or like even if it ships June 1 on the dot, it's like 2 weeks almost before like it really gets out there.
Yeah. Omar makes most of his cigars at La Aurora and Hoya. This one's coming out of Hoya. So, which is, again, this surprised me, is not so much Pennsylvania tobacco for a Hoya blend. Hoya blends are more Nicaraguan, so this surprised me also. I'm very intrigued by this cigar.
Cool.
See what it's like.
Just a question, help me understand.
Yeah.
The USA 250 will fall under Fratello's Puro collection.
I don't know why they called it Puro. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy.
They have different areas of their portfolio.
Then listed tobacco or a cigar with 3 different country tobacco.
Yeah. I should mention 2 things. That Jerry release is $15 and this is $20. So these aren't going to be cheap cigars either, any of these.
But this is another one. He's actually on board with the actual 250, huh?
He's on board with he's on board with it, but he can't use. He just has logos on it saying America's 250th anniversary.
Okay. No, you're right. I read it wrong. I thought he said it was using the 250 mark. He's just marking.
No, he is not. Yeah, he is not. He's calling it USA 250.
Got it.
So that's kind of interesting as far as that goes. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot. I think I had 10.5 as the over on. I'm taking the over on that. There's gonna be a lot of these releases at the trade show.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be when we get past the trade show, it's gonna be like year of the dragon things again.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
All right. So we are going to Rocky Patel. First there was the Rocky Patel Gold, then there was the Rocky Patel Emerald, and now we're getting the sapphire. So they're going on this gemstone kind of thing. It's the picture.
I didn't put it together till you just said that, Cooper.
And I guess if you want to count white label, they did a white label, but that's not really a gem. Yeah. But yeah, they've gone. They've done gold. They've done
the emerald,
and now this. Yeah.
So it's a good looking box.
It's a good looking box. It's kind of hard to see the picture I got, but in the background you can see it's kind of cut like a gem. So if you kind of look on the left side, the box is cut like a gem, which is looking to do. I noticed Rocky's going a lot with these like sleeves on the cigar or these big bands on the cigars. Lately. So he's got that one on there, and this is a Mexican San Andreas cigar from Rocky Patel. It has a double binder, Honduran and Nicaraguan filler, and this is the first time they're using Honduran tobacco that they grew. So they've always been growing the Nicaragua tobacco in their blends for recent years, and now they're going with the Honduran one. It's going to come in Corona Gorda, Robusto, Toro, and a 6x60, pricing $13.50 to $17.95. And they're going to ship these, they say, right after the trade show.
Nice. Looks pretty.
It does. And I say this, Rocky Patel's a polarizing brand. But I think whatever he's done with San Andreas has been mostly really good.
I was going to say that he's done well with the San Andreas.
He knows what he's doing with the San Andreas. So the Emerald, I believe, used Ecuadorian Maduro. So it's a different blend. But yeah, that's I don't know. In recent years, Rocky, 10 years ago, Rocky had the reputation 10 releases at a show. But they've gotten away. They've kind of streamlined that in the last few years. Down to like basically 1 or 2 now they're doing. So I imagine there'll be something else, but I don't see them doing like 8 or 9 releases anymore like they used to. I think they've gotten away from that. I think they realized that wasn't the best thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good thing.
Well, because you're competing with yourself. You're
right.
Not gonna,
you're going to cannibalize.
There's only so many brands you can have.
Right. Yeah. So like I said, you can bring 9 facings, nine different blends in, and then you bring multiple facings, and most retailers can't do that. So as a result, something was always falling off the edge. I think they've finally gotten it right with this. So I'm curious about this because the other 2 releases were pretty good. This is a little more expensive than the other ones, though. So they're going a little higher price with this. So this is, like I said, $13.95 to $17.95.
That's not bad. That's
not bad. But the other one, the gold was cheaper, and so was the emerald in terms of price.
All right.
We're flying.
Another one.
All right. Next one. Well, we didn't hear about this one last week, but I think we got a couple hints on it last week. Altadis has a new H. Upmann Nicaragua cigar coming out. So first there was the H. Upmann Nicaragua by AJ Fernandez. Then there was the H. Upmann Nicaragua AJ Fernandez Heritage, which was more of a darker wrapper release. This is now a Connecticut release. It's called the Sunrise. H. Upmann Nicaragua, AJ Fernandez, Sunrise. So they're describing this as one of these not mild Connecticut shade cigars.
Not your grandfather's Connecticut.
They said not your typical Connecticut shade, but not your grandfather's. The Nicaraguan tobaccos are all coming from AJ's farms. The Connecticut shade, it kind of rounds out the AJ Fernandez series that they're doing, right? Of the regular.
I was just going to see, because I grabbed that other picture. It's a good showing of the series.
So that light blue one is the first one, which is the Sumatra, and the blue one, which is I believe that's I think that's a Nicaraguan wrapper on there. That's a darker one. I love that Heritage, the darker one, and now they got the Sunrise cigar. And I think Raphael was kind of hinting about this when he was on the show last week. He probably didn't have the okay to talk about it yet, but he was kind of hinting around that one as well. And that line's done very well for them. And look, so far they've announced 2 releases out of AJ's factory. So, but I believe these releases had to be in the works well before the problems happened.
Sure.
Yeah, you can't just come out with a cigar.
I'll tell you what. Just a quick side note too. I like that Half Moon ashtray. That is nice looking.
I like the orange.
Is nice.
I like the orange.
Yeah, I like that. The orange and the gold and the Half Moon. Yeah,
it fits good. Yeah,
that's one I'll definitely be looking for.
Yeah, they're telling me that they're like 2 years in advance on this stuff. Like
they have.
It's a big company.
I mean, you would know that, and you know that too. You guys have to plan probably for 28 already or 29. So yeah, these projects were in the works already. I don't think knowing Altus, they don't push the stuff fast out either. They stick to that plan. And like I said, a Connecticut's always a great release to come out with. So, I think this is going to be, and like I said, I think they needed a little bit of a bolder Nicaraguan Connecticut too. So I think this is a good fit for them. Yeah, I think this is something I definitely want. There's a lot. This releases I'm hearing for the trade show this year have been pretty good so far.
Yeah, it looks pretty promising.
Yeah,
that's a good release, and I do, Cooper. It kind of rounds out that Upman line.
Yeah. Like I said, they've had some really good years the past few years.
Yeah, and great cigars. It's always it's always
really
nice. You put the packaging, it looks nice, and then you smoke it, and it lives up to it. So
what I think Raphael's done well is I remember 10 years ago Altus was on this path. They were trying to re-image Romeo and Julieta with the Romeo. They did I think at H. Upman something Legacy or something, and they tried.
They did the Trinidad that had the kind of weird colors to it. Remember
Trinidad.
Not the more recent one. They did
the one. Yeah, the Paradox. That one way back. The Green Band.
Yeah, the Green Band. The
Green Band. Yeah, but I think what they're trying to do now is they're trying to build on that kind of the heritage of the brand and kind of
which is smart. I mean, that's smart. That's the value, is that you have this brand that's been around. People, it's got better name recognition. You want to kind of build off that. You don't want to turn it into a circus.
Exactly. So I think they've done a good job. I think that's why these have connected. So they have that Romeo Profundo we talked about last week at AJ as well. So they've got two cigars. And then Raphael's got that Blue Amber coming out, which we showed us last week. That box was incredible. That box was incredible. I mean, I want to get it. So
Yeah. Like I said, that's the cigars, and that's a box you keep and put. Like I said, for me, my watch straps or something go in there. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Terence, you mentioned it. I'm just curious. How far out do you guys try to stay planned ahead?
We're usually about a year for us. Like after the trade show, we'll start looking towards like next year, like next year's trade show, next year's releases.
Gotcha.
Pretty much anything earlier than that has already been more or less decided on.
What about on the tobacco side? Like, let me ask you a question, right? Yeah. I'm just saying, let's just say like wrapper getting rolled today. Roughly, usually, how long have you? How old's that tobacco?
I would say at least 3 years. I'd say it's very rare to use anything less than 3 years. Some of our stuff like Aniversario is 5 to 7, but like for most of the stuff, I would say
most you're talking 3 years.
3 to 5 years is the age.
But what you guys do, Terence, when you say plan it out, are the blends already under development, and then it's a matter of you trying to find a way to bring them to market a year in advance? Or
no, it's more. I would say more that we look at like what we're missing and then try to create something based on that.
Right.
I mean, that's not always how it happens, but sometimes occasionally somebody's like, this blend is great, let's do something with it. But it's more kind of you look and say, okay, what are we missing? Let's make something that fits that void rather than just because sometimes you can have something really good, but it competes with something else you already have.
Right, cannibalize something else doing really well. What's the point?
So it doesn't make any sense to do that. So you want to kind of say, okay, what are we missing, and do, at least that's how we do it more. I don't know if everyone does it.
Makes sense.
I think it's a good way to do, because we see a lot of companies do that, cannibalize themselves, and it never works out. And
you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. They go, oh, okay, great, and then they stop buying the other one. Unless you're going to replace, unless the idea is to replace it. Sometimes that's the case for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But
I know. Yeah, no, I agree. I know Crown Heads, when they've done some of their stuff in recent years, they're trying to replace some things that maybe weren't moving as well. So they were kind of John was a lot more open with that when I talked to him last time on that.
No, it's coming. You'd be like, this category, like it didn't work out. Let's replace it, in that category. So that's common as well.
Yeah.
You try to bring something in that replaces something that isn't working.
I think pruning lines gets a bad rap, and it shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't. It's a healthy thing.
When you see a manufacturer pruning line, it doesn't mean like he's going under and I need to cut. Like, no, there's just better use for the tobacco or the seed. And again, over years, you wind up with this portfolio of so much shit.
At some point, and some things work out for various reasons, and other things don't for whatever reason.
I don't ever.
I've seen some very good cigars cut, and they're nothing wrong. They're great cigars. It just sometimes other things are beating it out. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like when you hear like the cutting of lines and shit, it doesn't directly equate to like the health of the fucking company just because they're cutting lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it gets that kind of not.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody. I think what they view it as, that didn't. They look at it as more kind of endemic rather than a specific instance. Instead of saying like, well, this line didn't work out, they think of like, the company's failing because this line failed or something. I mean, just to give you an example, like we're gonna cut some lines this year. The Lunatic Torch. We're gonna get, and again, a great cigar. Everybody loves the blend, but just it's a brush foot, so not everyone understands that, and it just hasn't it hasn't worked over the last couple of years. So that but that's again, that's how it works. Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't.
They don't. It's like I said. It's not
I have to assume that the decision also has to come sometimes. Like look, like we have these cigars that they sell.
Yeah.
But then I have these cigars over here that I can't make enough of. But I'm using tobacco in these cigars that I could be using in these to make more of these. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. Certain rap, like especially with rappers.
Like rap, right? I'm using. You know what I mean? Like I can be better service to make more of these with that wrapper.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean it's part of the game. All right, Cooper, you got one.
Yeah, this is not a wrapper bind of filler one. So
I figured you were saving this for last.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
So there was a big announcement from Drew Estate this week, and they're doing something which is called the Early Access Program. So what this appears to be, it's sounding like that they are rebranding Freestyle Live, which has been their platform to kind of pre-launch new releases. And what they've done in the past is they've put cigars out there for sale, not with the final packaging, paper bands, unbanded, with the intent that they're going to get people to smoke and get excited about it. And then they do a live stream where they reveal it. And that's essentially what they're doing here with Early Access. It's the same thing as Freestyle Live. They're doing it, but it's a new branding. And I like this name much better than I thought Freestyle Live never really connected with me. But they are starting to ship these kits. And the one difference with the early access that I'm seeing from Freestyle Live is they're not loading this up with swag. They're just selling 2 cigars. So there's going to be 2 of these early access cigars that are going to be sold for $12 MSRP.
How do you buy them? Like, who do you get them from?
Retailers.
So you get them from the retailer. Okay.
You get them from your retailer. You buy the kit. In the kit, there's a QR code, which will let you enter sweepstakes where they're giving away cash, TVs, the Liga Privada humidor, and they'll give those prizes away on the broadcast when they unveil that, which is the broadcast is on April 14th. So and the only thing we know about this is they're called One Cigar Water and One Cigar Fire, and that's the only thing we know about them. And they say these are going to be 2 new PCA releases that are going to be coming out. So they're doing this like 4 days before the PCA. They're going to unveil.
Cool. They do a great job of building stuff up. Whether you like the Freestyle Live name or not, I
love the concept.
It's definitely. I know people that like look forward to those. So they're like, oh yeah, the next Freestyle Live. That's great to be able to do that, to get people to like that and engaged.
Yeah, I've gotten 2 of them right. I got 2 right. So most of them I got wrong, but I don't people ask me what I think it is. I don't think these are Liga Privadas, by the way. I don't think Liga Privada is a mechanism you'd use for the early access program. I think that's more. Yeah, they did 1 Liga Privada, but that was the mixed filler one. But I think I don't think they're going to sell 2 Liga Privadas for $12 here. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
$12, $25, right? $25 is a 2-pack.
Well,
yeah, $12 a cigar or something like that.
It's $12 for the pack, but they say the pack has a value of $25. So the cigar's going to sell.
I see.
Okay, yeah.
And the retailers get it for cheaper than $12, basically.
I don't love this. I feel like sometimes I don't love, because I'm going to tell you why. You're giving me less, and it just never works. It just never works. The Freestyle Live kits, right? The shit was nice, man. Listen, I'll say credit to Ryan Gallimore. The shit was incredible. They great swag, and every year it just started getting a little less. Less. The last one was just a cup. I mean, the first one was like a cup, a wallet, a lighter, a cutter. It was such a good package for $40. And now you're giving me 2 cigars. I understand it's almost $12, but I'm the guy. Look, if I go to a deli, right, and prices are going up, don't skimp my sandwich and keep it the same price. Charge me more and give me the sandwich I'm used to getting. And I just feel, look, you're giving away. So I just did the math real quick in my head. They're giving away $27,000, like $300 worth of prizes. Dude, save that money, spend 10 grand and go get good swag. And I feel like people will be more excited about the shit they're getting with the packs than the 2 cigars and a chance to win 20 grand. Me personally. That's my take. I just feel like you started the bar high and it's going, now we're down to just 2 cigars.
That's the problem is they started this during the pandemic, if you remember. That's kind of when
they started this after Joe Grow joined Connoisseur Club.
But,
so I do think though that like it depends if it spreads. So like for instance, you're right in the sense of like if you're in on something at an earlier stage and then you start losing things from it, then you kind of are like, oh man, like it used to be better, I'm out. But if you're acquiring more people overall, like so at $12, the buy-in is less than at 40, and you're so again like this is a totally different field, but like the restaurant in Miami, Versailles, is totally mediocre Cuban food. It's totally mediocre.
Oh, I agree. Totally agree.
It's at some point it was much better. Like in fact, even in my memory, I remember it being much better. But it's so popular that it doesn't like they've gained so many people that they can do. They can do a different setup. So I like, and again, I'm not saying that the quality has gone down here. I'm saying that what they were giving before required a bigger buy-in. Now the buy-in is less. So do you get more people that way? Even though you're not getting as much stuff, you're getting it. You at the checkout, you're like, oh yeah, $12, sure, throw it on the order. Whereas at 40, you kind of have to be like, do I want to buy this or something else?
Yeah. The other kind of thing they threw in here quietly, so this may play into what the releases are, is they say that this is revolving around Georgia State's 30th anniversary this year. So that's something worth keeping a watch on. If these releases are going to be 30th anniversary branded or not. But like I said, usually, like I said, with these releases, they're not. Liga Privada, like, is there a premium brand? So I don't believe you would use this mechanism for Liga Privada sales, unless it was like I said, like when they did the mixed filler.
Right.
So yeah,
let me see.
So there'll be 10,000 of these kits available, so people will be able to get them. We usually don't do these types of cigars.
Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. Right, and I get but we went from this to this.
This is also cheaper, though. Keep in mind, this is less. It is. Buy-in. That was a $40 buy-in.
I understand, but it's a 40. Yeah, but I'm getting shit too. One, I'm getting an extra cigar. I'm getting 3, but I'm getting shit too. So even if the cigars suck,
you get some.
I'm getting shit because I don't know what these cigars are. It's the whole point. Now I'm just getting 2 cigars for $12, 2 randoms.
Yeah.
So if they're shit, I walk like nothing. I only lost 12, but I don't even. I don't know. I just feel like you already presented me with all this shit. Now you're telling me I could just have the cigars, no more shit.
Because if you've been doing this for a while, I mean, how much more of that stuff do you need? I mean, I think at some point you're more interested in the cigars. No? I mean,
Terence, that is the fucking question of the ages. But apparently, there's not enough stuff to be had because fucking when people look, and I get it. I get it for our hobby, for our culture, for our community, whatever you want to call it. The shit it disappears. We smoke it and it's gone. So the swag is all we have left of. Our shit. So I get it why we're kind of swag whores, but I just feel like I was getting more. I'd rather pay you $40 and get more than $12 and get less.
Yeah, I kind of liked. They had some very compelling swag in some of those kits over the year. Georgia State does swag right. I mean, they really do.
Yeah,
they're very good with it. But this one they're focusing. I don't know if this will be going forward if they'll do this all the time, but at least for this is the first one that has no swag in it. It's a 2 cigar kit you get. With a red band and a blue band, fire and water. I am not even going to try to venture. They may just be code names. Maybe they mean something. I don't know.
Who knows? It's interesting. I dig it. They'll sell. I just think it.
They're gonna get. It's gonna make. They're gonna lead some anticipation for what they're gonna announce on that show.
Here's what I hope. Right. I hope, and maybe this was part of it. I hope in doing this they can make more because we could never get enough Freestyle Lives. Like our size, so we would get like 40 of them. And remember, it's a $40.
Yeah, so exactly. So there you go.
Maybe in that case, they can actually make more than okay. Now you're talking about
you have more people involved. You have. I think the goal is you want as many people to be coming in as possible.
Well, sure, But again, we know that Drew Estate marketing doesn't always follow manufacturer, and so hopefully they can make more of these. Then then I see it. Then I see the purpose.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, these are cigars I don't typically I won't review a cigar like this because I'd rather wait for the banded one, the final product, which is going to be hopefully in the market for a long time.
Yeah.
So
right.
I agree. But these are ones maybe we smoke them on a podcast or something.
Sure.
I would do that actually. Yeah. I mean that's a little different. That's a little different. So it does generate some interest. I wish they were doing this maybe a week before the trade show, as opposed to 4 days. But
right, and then
I think it would give them a little more ramp. But sometimes scheduling is scheduling. So, yeah. So early access coming to a store near you.
Yeah, we shall see. Interesting. All right. Well, you guys ready for some Pedro to get us out of here?
Yes.
Let's do it, baby.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
What do we got?
We got all right. You ready? Get ready, Terence.
Oh boy.
You're gonna have to unmute it. Get ready. Get
your
little finger. Here we go.
Go.
Would you rather grill with charcoal or grill with gas?
Ooh.
This is no brainer for me. No brainer. I am fucking grilling with shark hole any day of the fucking week. I don't know what shark hole is, but I'm grilling with it. So
shark hole.
I'm taking shark hole.
It's a place a shark hides in from predators.
Yes, and apparently it's good grilling.
Us too. I will say this: my wife does not want propane tanks around the house. So
really, you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
I
like charcoal better.
Propane's just easier, but I love the smell of charcoal grilling. You know, it just feels like.
So would you rather, again, charcoal is better, but that's a pain in the ass. I'm using gas, because it just doesn't take the time. I mean, it's not that much better. I mean, the smell is nice,
right?
But it's not.
No, I agree, but I
can't
mean,
eat
something
this,
I do like walking through a park and I can smell somebody charcoal grilling out there. I don't know, something about that smell.
I've done charcoal, on the rest stops. On highways, they have charcoal grills, and we've done that. Just bring a bag of charcoal, lighter fluid, and
that's what's nice. A bag of charcoal and lighter, and you're good.
Yeah. It's really, it's very convenient. You got to have something to ignite it. That's always the one thing with charcoal you need.
Yeah, lighter fluid.
And I always say to my wife, lighter fluid is probably more dangerous than
right. Truth be told.
Yeah, we actually have an electric grill, and it works very well, but you have to use it right. You have to let that electric surface heat up a long time. Otherwise, it's terrible. You have to. That's how you get the marks on it, and it will work. But you got to let that electric grill really. And it's hard to keep that grill hot sometimes too if it's not covered.
Yeah, this would have been a good question for my buddy Jeremy Yoder. It would have been the Mad Scientist Barbecue. Yeah, I'd like to know what he.
Yeah, Tom mentioned hickory infused charcoal. I like hickory infused charcoals. They are good.
I think my next. I'm really been looking at a Blackstone, man. Either you guys got a Blackstone?
No.
Our daughter has one, and her husband, they love it.
Do they?
Yeah. But the one thing they told me about those, cleaning the surface of those things.
You got to clean the shit out of them.
You got to clean the shit out of them, and you also have to really treat it so it doesn't, you don't ruin it. That's the drawback I've heard about.
I treat it with kid gloves.
That damn thing, that grill needs to be every time. It's a pain in the ass.
It will go, and then the surface will erode if you don't do it right.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. All right, well, Pedro didn't do too bad.
No, he had a couple of good ones the last couple of weeks.
That one's okay.
I mean, I just sold this, but Alan, in fairness, Versailles is, I mean.
It's
it's Versailles. It's okay.
What did he say?
It's
he's praising.
It's a fine institution, and he loves Versailles. Listen, Versailles good, but
You can go to the airport and get coffee there. It's fine. I mean, it's
personally, I'm walking across the street.
It's totally mediocre. It's totally
mediocre. It's mediocre.
How about
Alan likes mediocre, so that's why.
I like La Carreta more than I like Versailles.
I mean,
I've actually switched over to Havana Harry's.
My God, that place is the best,
man. Yeah,
that place is the best. I have to take an Uber to go there because I can never park
it's Coral
there.
Gables. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I take an Uber. I don't even try to drive there anymore. It's always crowded. Always crowded.
Yeah, because the pricing is great. Great
pricing, that place
great
is
food.
Right.
Great food. Yeah, it's always packed.
Yeah,
I agree. I love Havana Harry's.
Feels like more of a
authentic
restaurant eating too. You're not like, listen, La Carreta, I feel like a diner. I feel like I'm sitting in a diner. I'm sitting in a Cuban diner.
Yeah, I mean, there's some. I'll tell you what. Tampa's got some great Cuban places too. I've gone to. So,
they're all right.
There's some
good one. I'm just joking.
I'll send you to one that's
what's
really
that
good.
one place? What's that one place up there? I went there. We went there with the Newmans.
Yeah, there's the famous one.
You were with us, Coop. We went with
the name of
Bobby
it now.
Newman.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Shit, I still remember. We had that ham salad.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good ham salad.
That place is great. That place is great. That place was great.
Nothing like a good ham salad.
Yeah. I went to one with it's called Havana 86.
Columbia restaurant.
Columbia. Yeah.
That's a little different than Columbia. I would say, it's not like, their salad's incredible. That's what they're known for. Yeah.
Oddly. Giant place too.
Giant place. It's got, Carlito designed part of his factory to look like the Columbia. Cool. You actually walk in, it has the tile.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, that place is I went there with Jay Davis, my wife. We went last time when we were in Tampa.
Nice. Well, listen, all right, folks. That is our time with you this morning. No show next week. We'll all be watching the Great Smoke.
Great Smoke. Hey, let's get a flex in there. Coop, get a flex. There you go. Yeah, Alex, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, there we go.
Orsa flex. So
good job. Karen,
good job, Karen.
Great job, Karen. You did great today.
Oh yeah, well,
I have work to do. I have work to do. I am not letting Cheesesteak Day just go by to be dwarfed by the.
I will be on you about this.
We will be commemorating Cheesesteak Day.
We'll make sure this is going to be done. We're going to pay you the proper respect you deserve. On
absolutely. I'm calling Abe right after the show. And with that, listen, we'll see you guys next week. But not
I'm
here.
Looking forward to seeing you guys. Yeah.
See you at the Great Smoke, guys.
Yep. See you everyone.
Greatest day of our lives.
Greatest day of our lives. Peace.